So what's your plan for security now? Just until
Camera system, another
All
camera
right.
system.
Do you have an alarm on the building?
No, I don't even have a key to get in the building.
You've all been asking for a warehouse update. Today, you're gonna get one. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be an in-depth one. It gets more interesting. Just look up there. Windows are open in the adjacent building. All the security cameras have been pulled. The monitor has been pulled. Who the Hales would do such a thing? Brian, what the Hales is going on here today?
So today I come down to the warehouse to see if Jeremy's down here, and I just wanted to go into the warehouse, check to see how things were going, because a couple weeks I came down here and all my cameras were unplugged. Well, today I come down here and I wanted to check and see if they're unplugged again, and they're all gone. All the cameras, my TV, the DVR, all missing. Go through the warehouse, all Maryland stuff seems to be there. All my other stuff seems to be there. My security system is completely stolen.
But they took the whole system. We've got an auction coming up, a live auction in the warehouse, August 15th. I'm still locked out of my warehouse. Not only that, the thing's put up for sale, and realtors have been bringing people in under my tens of thousands of dollars of merchandise. Not one person has contacted me to let me know there's going to be a viewing. Completely, totally uncalled for, if not completely and totally illegal.
I'd like to report a theft. 852 Spruce Street. Thank you.
It just gets crazier and crazier.
911, what's your emergency?
I'd like to report a theft.
Okay, where to happen at?
852 Spruce Street.
Hold on a second, my phone, your phone broke up behind him. What was the number again?
852
852 Spruce?
Spruce.
Spruce?
Yes.
Is that a house or an apartment?
It's a warehouse.
Okay. What'd you have? Theft of what?
It looks like security system. I didn't go through the whole building because I wanted to get out of there. I didn't want to mess around with anything. But my whole security system's gone. TV, all the cameras.
Yeah, I'm glad you got out of there. Don't go back in yet. Oh, do you know when it happened?
The guy across the street said he saw a van over here in front of the building on Tuesday. I'm not sure if that's when it happened, but he said he saw a van in front of the building on Tuesday.
How much is the system worth, do you know?
About $800.
Okay, Brian, I'll get somebody to meet you down at 852 Spruce, okay?
Yes, thank you.
And what are you wearing? That way I can identify you when we get there.
Tan shorts and a black shirt.
Tan shorts, black shirt. Okay, sir, just wait for us out front, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nobody's gonna break into a 25,000 square foot facility and only, focus on this, only steal a security system. There's thousands of dollars of other merchandise in there owned by other people, and all they took was a security system. Makes you ask the question, why? Why would somebody only take the security system? And the answer that I get at is information. Information that could be used to implicate in the court of law.
Yes, good. I came down to the warehouse and I wanted to go in to see how my stuff was doing, and my whole security system's gone. The DVR's gone, all the cameras, the TV. I didn't look around much after that because I didn't want to mess around with nothing, so I just got back out. No, nobody else goes in. I mean, she's got the building up for sale. My partner, owner type deal, and we were having some issues, and it's just, I mean, a couple weeks I came down here and all my cameras were unplugged, so I plugged them back in, and now all of them turn up stolen. Marilyn Raby, she's the owner of the property. Yeah, Marilyn Raby, she's the owner of the property. I have no idea, but I mean, she's got stuff in a bay right next to where I had the security system. None of her stuff is touched. I've got other stuff in the building, and none of it, as far as I can tell, as quick as I looked, I didn't see anything else missing. But my whole security system was. No. Yeah, it's just hard copy. No, I don't, but if you look it up, because we had cops called down here, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, so she'll be in the system. R-A-B-Y. Yes. They were unhooked a couple weeks ago, yeah. That's my suspicion is also. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Somebody went out of their way to actually open a window, go out on a roof, take the camera that's pointed directly at my warehouse space and everything that goes on here. But they didn't take the 2 cameras on the other side that were directly attached right next to the actual DVR with all the information, and they did take the DVR. This is the complete other side of the 2.5 acre warehouse property. Obviously dilapidated building, big time. There are 2 cameras that remain, 2. The only 2 cameras right there, and then there's one up there. Only 2 cameras that are not pointed towards my personal property or Brian's personal property were the only 2 cameras that were actually left remaining. All right, Wooster police just showed up. Oh.
How you guys doing? So what's
Okay, so we've been having a dispute with the owner. She took my partner. We've been having a dispute. Every couple of weeks, she changed the locks on both buildings. Today I came down here just to check all my stuff. And a couple of weeks I came down here, went in the building, checked my stuff, and all my cameras were unplugged. Today I go down there and I was like, I'm going to go in and check.
Which part of his security system is part of my security system. I'm a legal tenant.
I had 2 cameras sitting up there that watch his building. I had 1 camera inside the building.
Are you in this building or?
I'm in this building over
Okay.
here. I'm completely in this
And
building.
you're in this one, okay.
And I also had a camera set up directly on my stuff. All those cameras are gone. The cameras that are on the other side of the building are still there. They were actually directly next to the DVR player. The DVR player, not those cameras, only the ones that were on his things and my things.
Okay. Now the let me grab my camera in case I get it. Did someone force entry, break in, anything like that?
Didn't see anything broken in.
It was locked.
Yeah.
All right. I've been trying to get a hold of Marilyn for you, but I'm sending. You know where she lives? She still live on like Valley View.
Yes.
All right. I'm sending a deputy out there to try to get a hold of her.
Okay, so that was, officer said that he's trying to get a hold of Marilyn, but they're sending a deputy because Marilyn hasn't responded to anything.
You have a problem with squatters or anything here?
Like people, I've got a lot of stuff in here.
I just didn't know if people had broken in the past.
Well, they have.
I saw the mattresses. That's why I was.
We've had people living in here. Well, Jeremy buys storage units, so.
You able to scoot that? I'm not gonna get through here with this vest. If you don't mind, I appreciate it.
Pallet jack.
Yeah, there we go.
So this is where my camera was sitting. It was sitting on this. This is all my stuff.
Okay.
It's directly facing this. This one's missing. Then I went upstairs to check on the other ones.
All right.
Well, let me show you this too. This is actually where the DVR and the TV were. Try not to touch any cables. My TV and DVR were sitting right there. There's a camera right there that was attached to the DVR.
Okay.
That one's still there.
That one. Sorry about that
That one's
one.
been there for years. That's no.
Okay.
There's one right underneath it.
All right.
So they didn't pull the cameras that faced to the north that would have captured anything. They only pulled the cameras that faced
Yeah, the two that were. Yeah.
to,
And facing mine.
facing all the merchandise
This
in
is
the
Maryland's
building
stuff.
entrances.
Untouched.
Untouched. Yeah. So, but she's the owner, right?
Yes.
All right. What's your stuff? Well, you guys know it better than I do, but.
Once again, camera on this side of the building, still there.
Okay.
I had another line that ran through here. The two cameras where that window's open. They actually, see, they want a camera. They actually went out. This one was actually attached to the roof. So they went out there, they crawled out there and ripped that one off. But they didn't take the one that was right beside the DVR accessible. And then there was another one on that stand.
Is this slide down or is that permanent?
It slides down.
Okay. All right.
And then there was another one there.
Is this normal?
Well, they probably came in that way, so probably stepped on and spilled it.
So they left the camera cord on this one. They just ripped the camera out.
So what's her, like, I know you said a couple weeks ago or whatever that she turned them off. Like, what sparked all this?
We're having a partnership dispute. She took me on as a partner about 5 years ago, and all of a sudden she's denying that she ever did. So we're in litigation right now.
Okay.
Me, him. She's saying he's not a tenant, a legal tenant. That's
Okay.
why she changed all the locks. Without going through litigation, she just came down here and changed
Big
everything.
problem.
But
Big mess.
when the cops came down, told Jeremy he had a right to the property, but she still wouldn't give him a key. So
Yeah, that's kind of one of those things where like sometimes we can't force the issue for one side, but we also can't force it for the other side. It's like all civil. Obviously, if it starts turning physical, that's different. But all right, perfect. And there's nothing else that's affected just this area.
I don't
The
know,
issue here
I-
is theft. Yeah, this isn't civil. This
Do you
is
have any?
theft.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have any?
I told the
proof of
officer
payment,
that I-
anything for
that
the
I-
cameras. That
yeah,
was-
I got the receipts for those.
Okay, perfect.
But I told the officer that I didn't go through the rest of my stuff yet. I wanted to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it to see if any of my other stuff
I
was
mean,
missing. But
yeah, I probably can't be here for like 2 hours or anything. But if you want to look through, just while I'm here. And
yeah, I just had that one section down
I
there.
got my bright lights too.
I want to
so.
know. But I looked quickly. It didn't look to me like it looked like it was even gone through. So if you're a thief, you don't go through all the stuff that's down there and just.
Why do you pull the DVR and the cameras that were pointed to
Right.
where
Right.
people would have been if you leave everything?
And knowing that they're there too.
Yeah, you know that
but,
they're there, and you
What's
pull.
so Marilyn's what, about 70 years old?
Actually, I think she's 80.
Or 80. Okay, so probably not her that physically did it.
No.
I mean, I can't make assumptions, I guess, but
No, I don't believe for a second Maryland did it. But
Well, she might know who,
the guy across the street,
or maybe not know.
Robbie, told me there was a van out front Tuesday.
Okay. Guy across the street, like.
Works at Call Electric.
Okay, perfect. I'll talk to you. So Robbie, I need to talk to Robbie.
all this stuff here, none of this stuff has been gone through. This door has been raised. And this TV was out actually out here and they pulled it in, but, I mean, none of this other stuff has even gone through.
Right. And that's locked. You can get out through there.
Yeah,
Right?
that's locked.
That's all changed. Okay.
So, yeah, it don't look like, they touched any of this stuff, actually.
How's your building?
My building's fine.
All right, cool. Well,
Just the security isn't on it
This
anymore.
year, right? So what's your plan for security now? Just until. Do
Camera system, another
All right.
camera system.
you have an alarm on the building?
No, I don't even have a key to get in the building.
Oh,
And that's
so
part of
you
litigation.
still got that
She
mess.
literally has me locked out illegally. I have to break in legally every time to get
If
in.
you get this figured out, like beyond court and everything, my best advice, like get an alarm system would help. Cameras are better than an alarm system, but if you get an alarm system, contact our dispatch, let them know, hey, got an alarm system, like this is the you know, give them like 3 people to call.
Yep.
Because a lot of times, especially on night shift, we get like, you know, alarm drops or whatever, and
Yep.
we have no key holders or no one to call, or they're outdated numbers. So just like stay on top of that.
Yep.
But I'd recommend it. So obviously you guys got a lot going on with, you know, this whole mess in court. It sounds like.
Yeah,
so.
and it is a big mess. It is a huge mess.
But there's no way that that's a coincidence. It's the 3 cameras that are all on our stuff.
No,
are
that's-
missing.
yeah,
And none
I
of my
mean,
stuff is touched, and 2 cameras that were sitting right beside the DVR. are
Right,
still
especially since, you know, you two are working together or whatever, you know, so and it happens to face that way. So what we think and what we can prove obviously are 2 different things.
Right.
So let me do some digging, see what I can work on. Like I said, I don't suspect that she physically did it. It doesn't sound like you do either, but she might know.
She
Or,
knows some,
yeah.
her niece knows some shady people.
So, you know, just have to make some phone calls, maybe make some contact with people and go from there. It's not always an exact science. I mean, you know, unfortunately, but I'll get a report done up for you. I'll collect some info from you outside and get you attached. I'll mention you in it too,
Yep.
just since it's kind of tied together.
Yep.
So I'll just probably put you as like a witness.
Yep.
So, all right.
Sounds good.
And then receipts, the type of system, receipts, like brand, whatever, as much as you can get.
I'm pretty sure I have the receipt for that. I don't have the receipt for the TV, but
I mean,
pretty sure
like
I
if you
it.
don't have receipts, it doesn't necessarily, but they help tremendously, obviously. Because if she wants to turn around and say, or whoever, you know, wants to say, like, yeah, I took them because they're mine, because I own the building or whatever. If you have actual receipts where you paid for them, I mean, that's pretty hard to argue at that point. So.
Well, and if her argument is that she bought them and they're hers, why didn't she get the rest of the cameras?
Right, and that, yeah, exactly. So, we'll go outside, get some light. I'll get some info, and we'll go from there. I'll type something up for you. You know what? You lead the way. I can't remember how I have to get out of here.
It is quite a maze.
Yeah, these buildings are cool though. I had an alarm or a break-in or something over on Spruce Extension.
Yeah.
That like far left building in the back. And
I just want to see if that's left. Yeah, it's locked.
okay.
Yeah, the older buildings are cool.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, cool. She's on the phone. Perfect. Let me call her real quick. All right, give me about 30 seconds. I'll call her. I'm gonna call her. She's waiting on the phone for me, so don't go anywhere if you don't mind, and I'll get the rest of the info from you. Be right back.
Marilyn's on the phone with the police.
So I talked to her. Obviously, she says she doesn't know anything. If you could point me, so is that person there now? Robbie's
Robbie's
over
over there.
All right, I'll go talk to. Is that like just common access to go knock on the front, or is there a better? Okay.
That's an electrical store.
So she says
Yeah.
no knowledge, no nothing.
Yeah, which you know, like
She's
with what I
gonna
got
be
now.
what we
But she
expect
doesn't.
her to say.
She's not concerned about any of her stuff not missing.
Well, she said that she had some stuff missing too. That she noticed before. She mentioned anything about jewelry, like some gold spoons and maybe jewelry, things like that.
This
Did
is
she
a
say where
first.
that stuff was? Because
Just on her side, in that building, she said there's like 3 sections. It was on
There
her
are 3
side or
sections. Her
something.
section's still locked up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, as far as that's a whole separate.
and it's
Not
been
sure.
blocked for for how long?
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
Okay.
He's had stuff blocking.
Yeah, I
his
mean, there's
veins.
no forced entry. I mean, someone had access. Someone who had keys had access. So. Let me do some digging, type up a report for you guys.
Only one person who has keys,
Yep.
and it isn't me.
What's if you don't mind, if you want to come, unless you want to give your social out. All right, perfect. Well, let's see what we can do.
Let's
I know you're the first one. It's not bad. Just, like I said before, so you know what you think. You know, because I gotta be unbiased. You know, I can't take sides and everything. And obviously, my first suspicion is something to do with them, and it probably is, but I can't prove it. So I'll have a report at the very least. How soon before you can get like the documentation, like receipts, any serial, anything you can get on that system?
I probably won't have a serial number unless that's on the receipt. I don't know, but I can probably get the receipt for that.
Where'd you buy it at?
I might have bought it at Harbor Freight, but I'm not positive.
Okay, all right. Sometimes
Might have been
I know
Walmart.
like Best Buy.
I bought two. I actually had 2 security systems, and one was Harbor Freight, and one was Walmart. So.
All right. I'll go over there before I leave. If something comes up, just give us a call. You called the non-emergency number, I assume.
I called 911.
Okay, all right. Let me just ran out of business cards, so let me give you the number to call. That way we keep 911 for you. Unless you need 911, obviously. I'll write my name down for you too. Something comes up, or if you just have that stuff, just give me a call. If I'm not in, leave me a voicemail or something, or another officer might be able to come down and pick it up. So
Okay.
go from there. All right.
You allowed to shake hands? Fist pump?
Yeah, I could do the fit. All right.
Appreciate you serving.
Hey, thank you. Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks. I really mean it. Thank you.
all right. Yep. If something comes up or if something's odd, just call us. We'll come down and check that out. Go from there. So,
Okay,
good.
I just want to let you know before I leave, I'm going to bring another security system down here today,
Okay.
and I'll get back up.
All right.
I also noticed, I went back in while you were talking, there's a camera that's, as soon as you walk in the front door, there's also still there. So there's actually 3 cameras that were still
All right.
left.
But they're all the same type.
That weren't facing, yes.
Okay.
That weren't facing our stuff.
Okay.
That are still there.
Yeah. Keep me updated. Anything that you got, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go over there and talk to them. So wish I could do more for you guys right now, but we'll see what
Appreciate
happens.
it.
Okay.
Someone knows something somewhere. So
All right,
just
thank
gotta
you.
find 'em. Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Who the Hales knows
Right.
what's going to
Yes.
happen next?